Keith, and this is the video for the Standard of Excellence for Trombone, page 7. So we are going to pick up right where we left off from page 6 here, and starting with notes that we have already learned. Specifically on exercise number 8, we're going to be playing D's and C's and B flats. However, we've got a new marking we need to take a look at, specifically a breath mark. So if you notice, we have on the first bar, second bar, we have a D, a whole note, and then we have another one, and in between we've got that comma mark sitting on top of the staff. That mark is called a breath mark, and what a breath mark is a mark that the composer or the arranger, the editor, might put in to tell us they want us to take a breath between the notes. And it's like a comma. It looks like a comma in the sentence, and it does the same thing. It tells us, it gives us the opportunity to take a break while we're speaking or playing, taking a quick break, taking a breath, and moving on. So we are going to practice that. So the way it's going to sound is taking the breath, we still want to be doing it in time. We still want to be counting in our head. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when we take the breath, I usually take it on beat 4 in this case to make sure that when I get to the next whole note, in this case the next D, I'm ready to play right on beat 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe, play right on beat 1. So let's try that together. We're going to be playing D's, C's, and B flats, taking those breaths, following that breath mark in between each of those notes. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Rest. 2, 3. Now we're going to take that same idea and use it in exercise number 9, side by side. Now here we still have whole notes and we still have the breath mark in between them, but we are going to be moving between the breaths. So we're going to start off on D, D, 2, 3, 4, breathe. And while we breathe, we want to practice moving to C, the 6th position. So it'll sound like take that breath and use that breath as an opportunity to move out to 6th position, or in the next 2 notes to move from 6th position to 1st position for the B flat, and so on. So here we go. Let's play number 9 together here. When we breathe, we're going to move the slide. 1, 2, ready. Going from 6 to 1. Back from 6 to 4th. Here we go. Yeah, how did that go? Was it easy to move between the notes, between the positions, or did it take a little bit of work? If so, that's okay. You can always go back and practice that exercise again. Right now, we're going to go on to number 10, 2 by 2. The same ideas again, but now we're playing a different combination of notes. So take a look through number 10 and figure out what positions are we going to be playing. Okay, I start in 6, and and then I'm going to be going to 4 for the D. And then I look ahead, and I'm going from D in 4th position to C in 6. And then I'm going back to 4th position for D, and then I have to go to 1st position for B flat. So we're planning out ahead of time, looking ahead where we need to go. Here we go. Let's play number 10 together. 1, 2, ready. 1, 2, 3. number 11, we're going to combine a few of these ideas here. And we've got a couple of new ideas. First off, we have a new rhythm. So up till now, we have just been playing whole notes. And a whole note has 4 beats in it in 4/4 time. But we have a number of other different rhythms we can play, and we're going to be playing half notes. So a half note, instead of getting 4 beats like the whole note, a half note gets 2 beats. So if you think of it, we're taking the whole note, the 4 beats, we're cutting it in half. So now we have half notes instead. So number 11 would sound like D, 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 rest. Rest, because then we have a half rest. If you see, we've got that black rectangle that's sitting on top of the 3rd line. That tells us it's a half rest, instead of hanging off the bottom of the 4th line, which means that it's a whole rest. So we have half notes and half note rests. And the other thing too is now we need to find a way to separate those notes, because we're playing D, 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 and then going to C, 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 and so on. So what we are going to do is we're going to use what we call an articulation. So in other words, we're going to say toe between every note. Toe, toe, toe. Say that with me. Toe, toe, toe. And let's try it on the mouthpiece. So we're going to keep just holding the note out, and we're going to use that tongue, that syllable, that toe sound, to separate up the air. So it'll sound like that. And when we do it on the instrument, it sounds like so using that toe sound to separate the notes, to play the different half notes. Let's try that together here. Number 11. Here we go. So playing half notes using our articulation, our tonguing, to separate the notes. So 1, 2, ready. Rest, rest to C. Rest going to B flat. Back to C. Rest, rest. All right, how did that articulation, that tonguing work for you? It can take a little bit of practice, and remember, when we're playing, we want to keep the air playing through the note, toe, toe, and all we're doing is we're just separating the air with the tongue. That's all. Let's practice it with number 12. So now we're going to be practicing our half notes, we're going to be practicing our articulation, and we're going to be practicing moving the slide between notes. So for example, the first 2 measures of number 12, we're going from B flat to C and 6 to D. Say that with me. We're going to use the note names. Okay, say it with me, and we're going to use the positions. Ready, go. B flat, C, D. Good. Now go ahead and let's do that one more time. Let's say the position numbers. So it's going to be 1, 6, 4. Here we go. Ready. 1, 6, 4. Good. Good. So let's go ahead and play number 12. Again, make sure you keep looking ahead so you know what note you're going to need to play next. Here we go. Number 12. 1, 2, ready. Good. Let's go to number 13. We're going to use those same ideas, and we're going to play them in a duet. Now, a duet is a piece of music that was specifically written for 2 or more players. In this case, 2 players, 2 different parts. And oftentimes in a duet, we will have harmony. And what that means is we'll have 2 different notes being played at the same time. So for example, if we take a look at the second bar of number 13, we can see the top part, the A line, has a D But the second part, the B line, has a B flat. And harmony, though that combination notes, it can be pretty, it can sound nice, or sometimes it can sound not so nice. Hopefully all of these harmonies are going to sound very pretty, pleasing to our ears. So we are going to practice this as a duet. So I am going to play line B, the bottom line, while you play line A, the top line. And so there are going to be times when we're playing the same notes, and there are going to be times when we're playing different notes. So make sure, keep watching your music, trust your ears, and make sure that you're playing your own note versus trying to play my note as well. And hopefully, if we play it right, it'll sound pretty. We'll like the sound of it. So let's go ahead and try, and then we'll switch parts after. So you are going to play line A. I'm going to play line B. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready. Yeah, how did it play? Did you hear the harmony happening? Hopefully you did. We are going to now switch parts. I am going to play line A, the top line. You are going to play line B, the bottom line. So now we're going to play playing different parts, but still hopefully we have those spots where we have harmony together. Here we go. You are line A, or you are line B, I am line A. Here we go. Okay. 1, 2, ready. Good. So I love playing duets. They are really one of the easiest ways that we can truly make music with someone else and actually, have it sound. We have those harmonies. We have different parts happening. They're very, very fun to play. So one last exercise for today, number 14, go for excellence. Now, you might be finding as you're going along that you are having to follow the music more. The music is starting to get a little more complex, right? We have more notes, we're having to change position. So when we need to be keeping track of both where I'm playing, where my position's at, and where my notes are, we can move our eyes back and forth. So while we're playing, I'm looking at my music and I'm counting along, but I can also look at my slide and see, okay, where's fourth position? Oh, yep, good. And now I need to go back to my music, and I'm going to sixth position so I can watch my slide. So we can kind of move our eyes back and forth to keep a track of both the music on the page and where we are on the instrument. And again, the more that we practice, the less we will have to watch the slide, and the more we will just remember where those different positions are. So here we go, number 14, go for excellence. Practice going back and forth, watching the slide and watching your music both. 1, 2, ready. How did that go? Were you able to follow the music all the way through? If you were, great. But if you need to practice, that is just fine. A lot of what we do takes practice. So going through and spending time every day practicing through all of these exercises. If you need refreshers about what they're supposed to sound like, how we play these, you can always go back and watch this video again here. So I hope you have a great time with page 7 here, and we'll see you in the video for page 8. Happy practicing!